Okay, so I'm Jo Peat and I'm Head of Academic Professional Development at Roehampton. And basically it was in my remit to really put the scheme together. So it made complete sense for me to become the initial mentor because I knew the scheme really well. Because I was instrumental in the design of the scheme and I work as an educational developer at Roehampton, I know the UKPSF fairly well and I work with it an awful lot in it day to day. And my whole role revolves around supporting colleagues and working with colleagues to enhance their teaching and supportive learning. We start in our scheme with a form called the diagnostic analysis. And this is a tool to help people to sort of think about their practice and reflect on their practice before they come to talk to me. So they fill that in, it's mapped to the UKPSF and allows them to contextualise their practice. They then come to me and we discuss it together. And I can sort of advise them on the category of fellowship I think they should probably aim for. But actually I want it to be their decision because it's their application, not mine. We look in detail at their practice and how it relates to the UKPSF. And we look at the elements that particularly stand out. So I ask them to think about what they're doing, but more importantly, to think about why they're doing it. So why have they chosen a particular approach? And what impact does that have? What benefits does it bring for their learners and their colleagues? It's much more important to think of the why you do something than the what you're doing. So why have you chosen a certain way of assessing your students? What was your rationale? And then I'd go on to the and so. So you've done this, and so what does that mean for your learners? What does that mean for developing your practice further? So it's not just the what you did, that's almost the least important element. It's the why and the so what. One of the things that's particularly problematic for colleagues is the idea of really emphasising their own role, their own importance. They don't like blowing their own trumpets. They feel that they work in a very collegiate way, and I think most people do. So it's quite difficult for them to say, I did this and I led on that. But what I try to explain to them is they can be the best lecturer that ever walked the face of the earth, but unless they can evidence the impact on colleagues' practice or the development of the pedagogy of their subject, of their discipline, then they can't go for senior fellowship and recognition at D3. They'll have to go for fellowship. I think I probably gain a lot more from them than they gain from me. I see some really fantastic practice from all areas of the university that I otherwise would be totally unaware of.